Maybe not now,
Jake,
but
why are
okay.
you always
All right,
late?
say something.
Hey, wait.
Totally done.
Why are you always
Oh,
late?
There's people here. What are you talking about? What are you
I had a
actually?
bit and
You're
you
always
ruined my bit. I finally had one.
Mm-hmm.
What are you actually talking
here for next week. Damn.
about?
Jake,
Jake,
I was going to tell Cryptid
Anyways,
about the fact that I was going to tell Cryptid about the fact that Iron Man built this in a cave with a box of scraps, and now he's about to build it again.
It's true. He's gonna build it from the bottom up.
no.
He built this
okay,
brick by brick.
whatever.
Yeah, from a cave on the underground to a cave in a mountain. Okay.
It's true.
Thought you guys gonna mention how much Deadpool and Wolverine broke box office records. See what?
Obviously,
I was going
I
to mention
literally
that
watched that
when we got to
movie.
the
See,
Ellie thing.
yeah. See,
I literally watched
see
that movie the day
see what
before our
happens when you
freaking
make a
review
movie
of
that's about fan service.
you
Yep.
mean
You
people
mean Miss
hated.
Marvel that had the X Men in it, and people were
Yeah.
mad because the X
You
Men
mean
was in it?
you mean the one movie that can get away with fan service? Yeah, I agree. One of the few superhero movies that can do it. But yeah.
All I know is, man, I know who my Marvel Jesus is. Who's your Marvel Jesus, guys?
No, not
I'm just saying,
Hope Summer.
make Deadpool and Spider Man the next film. Do the full
That
bromance
has,
movie.
Hope
yo,
Summer.
that has to be the next one. And an audience, like by that point, Tom Holland, his version of Spider-Man will be an adult
He's
by
already an
then.
adult. He's
Yeah,
already an
yeah,
adult. Yeah.
just saying, so.
Which, oh yeah, speaking of Hope Summers, I just found out that at the end of Prequel, they revealed that
Uh-huh.
Hope's dad, because no one knew who Hope's parents was. Her dad was the Phoenix
What?
itself.
Jean Grey.
Yeah,
Jean Grey is
Jean
the
Grey
daughter
is
of
her
Hope
father.
Summers.
Like, wait, what?
At
Don't
the end
worry about
of
it.
Prequel, not only they made every
Uh,
mutant the part of the Phoenix or the Phoenix or some dumb shit. I don't remember. It was a lot. They
yeah, okay, they're
confirmed
You
just
are the
some,
that the
Phoenix.
Phoenix,
You are the
Jean
Phoenix.
Grey, made made Hope
uh,
Summer.
okay, okay, there are just some answers I don't want to really delve into, so, all
Yeah,
right,
you
let's,
don't
They
need to
did a
know.
lot
okay.
at
You
the end
don't
of
know.
Prequel and to try to wrap up
Mhm.
everything, bro. It was crazy.
Gotcha.
They still didn't do one
Yeah.
thing, but you know, you can only ask for so much.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
everything else they did in their book, they could have gave you that one thing.
They didn't give me that one thing though.
They should have.
Hey,
You
hey,
deserved
They
it.
should have.
I
I
wanted
agree.
Jimmy Hudson back. I wanted Jimmy Hudson back. Was that too much? Apparently it
He
was.
made a
Yeah.
cameo. He made a
I call a
cameo.
cameo. A cameo. All right, all
A
right.
cameo is
After
better than
what,
nothing.
10
Okay,
years?
I didn't see half the
Uh,
characters I like.
But yeah,
Okay.
he made a cameo, and not only that, he was not in a poison when he made the cameo.
As far as we're aware,
No,
so.
remember the poison. His skin was locked like in that metal symbiote casing. He didn't
Uh,
have it on him, so he should be fine.
I guess.
Believe in him. Believe in him. Okay, he's fine.
Oh. Or what you're telling me is like he had the equivalent of My Avengers Superman, where he had people come in and hug the poison symbiote out of him. Yay!
That was so stupid.
Uh,
That was so ridiculous.
I think one random thing in the Venom verse books we're not reading probably fixed it. I'm just gonna say that. That's gonna be my
Okay,
hope.
let's go. Like, I forgot there's even a Venom event going on right now. Does anybody
Yeah.
remember?
Well, the Venom War just ended, and they're doing Venom Reborn, which is bringing back the Venom verse. And then they just made the first appearance of a Viking who became a Venom symbiote thing.
At some point you're gonna run out of ideas for variants of Venoms. Like,
Along there, along there's a Spider Verse. You can all give everyone those people a Venom symbiote and kill the Venom verse. Okay.
Gotcha. But yeah. Oh, hey audience, what's going on?
Uh,
That's it.
Okay. All right. You guys want to get started?
no.
Okay.
Ah.
Okay.
Actually, you know what, audience, we're cutting it off for the day. It was nice seeing you guys. Tune in tomorrow for our comic book discussions, and we'll see you there for the next one.
Look, y'all are just
Yeah,
lucky I didn't go to sleep. Okay, I have narcolepsy apparently.
Hey, it's not like not like anything big happened this week, right, audience? Yeah.
Yeah, no. No, we didn't. Actually, it was a pretty boring week.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we had some things.
I feel my toe.
Yeah, I think Robert Downey Jr. came back to the MCU or something like that. You know?
I didn't hear about that. I heard about a guy named RDJ though.
The
Yeah.
closest to Marvel Jesus is what you're telling me, Jake.
I thought that was Marvel Jr. Jesus.
not to the public's eyes, apparently.
But yeah, I heard Ellie became the new Deadpool.
We'll get to that.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Yeah.
That's concerning.
I have thoughts.
IDW has another crossover with My Hero Academia. You know, maybe we could. I guess if we wanted to, we could do a show.
They ran out of books. They just started throwing it together.
Yeah. And what's this? And what's this? No.
Yeah.
Good intro. Start your intro, bro.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Sorry, I got
We're on Geek's bit. It's over.
Okay. Well, let's get to it, the audience. Okay. Welcome the Phanatic News Live. You're hearing me, Cryptid Secret 415. I forgot my intro. Move on.
I'm Jake Colorado. I was doing an intro. I was doing a bit, but you know how it is.
Hood legend Bricky Wall cutting Jake off so we can move on. I'm very glad that we cut off his intro. Y'all don't know how long these intros of his can go. There'll all be some insane, crazy bullshit that don't make sense.
It is.
And that's what's turn.
It's Richter, also known as the Witch of Jotunheim, pronouns they, he, and Comic-Con tired me out. I got a sunburn.
Yeah, we have a champion our mate right now.
Woo! I did not get to go to Hall H. That line was too long and I wasn't camping.
Together, we form the Fanatics, and we talk about the news and reviews of the week. We'll be talking about San Diego Comic-Con this year.
Kind of.
Kind of? I guess kind of. I've just been given word that
Not
kind
all of it. Not all of it. You just want to know what I did.
We don't talk about what we care about.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we have time. Well, we have time.
Yeah, I guess what we care about, not which.
Hey.
You're which.
I'll talk about it more tomorrow.
Hey.
But
a certain movie was my Disneyland this week, audience. So yeah.
I was trying to introduce. We got some stuff from Cartoon Network, Marvel, The Boys, My Avengers and Superman, and more coming your way. Don't forget to look at our playlist if you want to see some of our cool movie reviews that are always timeless. But if you just want to hang out with us, there are a bunch of videos, full episodes of what we do on the channel. So feel free to do that. Don't forget to like and subscribe and leave a comment. So, you know.
Gotcha.
We have social.
All right. And with that, I think we should get socials. Yeah, forgot.
I like that you cut him off or said it and then remembered after you finished your line. Think that we got.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I gotta take the credit. All right.
No, you don't take credit for shit. Anyways, you can subscribe to the YouTube channel because I said so. If you don't, I will send the full power of the sun after you, and you don't want that. 2, you can follow us on Twitter at ComicFanatic69. Yeah, that's the name. That's the name. Shut up.
Yeah.
I know it's the name. Anyways, you can also follow me on Twitter at Witch of Jotunheim with an E instead of a U. Yeah, if you want to follow me on Instagram and TikTok, it's kind of similar. So witch_of_Jotunheim. Yeah, follow me there. I did post some things. And if you want to help fuel my ego, watch the video of. Watch the clip of a video from Marvel's official YouTube channel where you see me. Please fuel my ego. Go watch that video. Anyways, if you want to find our Bricky Wall over here, because that's the name he decided to go by, yeah, go find him in Deadpool. He was there. Trust. If you want to find Cryptid, he is
I'm looking for a cage for my zombie head. By the way,
I did not finish. I did not finish because while your head was stuck in a cage, you were also sucking off Wade Wilson. So, you know. Anyways, if you want to find Jake, he's currently chilling out, not in a car. So, yeah. That's it.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right then. I guess with that, let's start. Hold up a sec. Let me do this one. Gotta bring up the picture. Gotta bring up the picture first, guys. Hold up. All right. So,
can I start? I want to get introduced this one.
Yeah. Let Witch say the rant.
Let me
Go
say my
ahead.
piece. Okay, I'm just gonna preface this. RDJ being casted as Doctor Doom was one of the most laziest, cash grabbiest castings that the MCU has ever done, and I've seen some pretty bad casting in the MCU. So, yeah.
Taskmaster.
Shut up, Krypton. No one asked for your opinion on Taskmaster.
Wait,
We're not talking about Taskmaster.
I would like your opinion. What did you think was the worst casting before this?
Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver.
Okay, I can agree with that.
Because they suffer from the same thing as Doom is right now, which they did not cast a Romani actor to play any three of them. Like the closest they got to casting when it came to the three of them was Quicksilver with Aaron Taylor Johnson, and he's Jewish, so that's the closest we got for any three of them.
Yeah.
Also, bringing back
RDJ is part.
RDJ
Go ahead.
as Doom, it's like, come on, he spent over 10 years playing Iron Man. Give this guy a break. And during the Oppenheimer press junket, didn't he say that he didn't need Marvel anymore? Blah 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 blah. I don't know. I still haven't seen Oppenheimer. Don't film bros. Shut up. Leave me alone. Anyways, like I said, this is just Marvel's way at getting a quick cash grab. You know, after the whole Jonathan Majors thing, they didn't even try to cast someone different. You know. Like, yeah, the movie that he might be a part of might be a great movie, but I'm still going to get pissed off. And so many people are also pissed off at this for rightful reasons. This is awful casting. Like, come on. They couldn't even cast a Romani actor to play Dr. Doom. There was probably at least a decent amount that were like, yeah, I want to play Dr. Doom. Let me pull up, you know? But no, they were like, we want all of our toxic fanboys back, so that they can watch our fucking shitty movie or whatever, so that they can give us more money, even though, like, come on, this Phase 4, 5, and 6 are supposed to be introducing new IPs and, like, working on those characters, not bringing back old actors who don't want to deal with this shit anymore. Anyways, yeah.
Done?
RDJ, after he said that comment that you're talking about with Oppenheimer, kept begging, saying he wanted to come back and play a character in more. So I don't know why he was flip flopping, but he did do that. It felt fucking weird.
Look,
Oh
RDJ
my
doesn't.
God.
RDJ doesn't need Marvel, but the MCU needs RDJ.
Like, he already
No,
got
not
it,
really.
man. Like, you could,
They-
you know what they could
they
have
need
done,
some
and I saw
hype.
someone.
It's not really hype. It's like, oh, yeah.
Anyways, if they wanted RDJ back, they could have had him play like an evil version of Tony Stark, not a freaking Doom, not Victor Von Doom. But, like, come on, man.
They needed a power move to, like, bring back the fans that they had lost previously. Because, like, it wasn't until, like, the last Marvel movie, Deadpool, where it was a jumping on point for the public who, like, were done with the MCU after Phase 4 and 5. But then, like, oh, this movie was so interesting and it breaks box office records. Here, I could see that. I could see that the MCU was like, okay, yeah, a lot of our movies that we've done over the past couple of years haven't really been sitting well with the audience. RDJ, like, he's bringing butts to the seats. Like,
you keep doing this every single time. You keep spewing the same goddamn rhetoric. No one cares. You're just fueling what all the dude bros have been saying for the past 4 years. Okay? These movies are good. These motherfuckers just don't want to give it a chance. Okay? Like, I will defend the Marvels and Eternal till the day I die. Like, yeah, Black Widow was not that good, but I will still defend some of these movies. I will defend She-Hulk with my goddamn life. Okay, because, like, you Cryptid, you didn't even give She-Hulk a chance. You only watched the first 5 minutes.
Yeah,
and
that showed me where it was
because of all
going.
this blah 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 blah. Cryptid, you are not saving yourself from this. We do this every single time.
I'm concerned about the MCU.
RDJ is not going to save the freaking MCU post Phase 4. He's just making it worse at this point.
He's bringing seats back to the table. Everybody recognizes RDJ for the MCU.
That don't actually read a goddamn comic book in their goddamn lives. Like,
I'm concerned
damn.
about the MCU succeeding. That's where
Okay, the
my
MCU is
allegiance
gonna
is.
succeed anyways. This is a goddamn Marvel movie.
Oh,
People are gonna watch it anyways.
we saw what happened before Deadpool came out. We saw what happened with the last Marvel movie they had. It was a train
If you
wreck.
if you bring up the Marvels, I'm going to fight you. I'm gonna go through this damn screen. I'm gonna go to Jersey and I'm gonna fight you. If you fucking bring,
This
there
is.
is a reason
I
why that
understand.
movie did not do as well as it wanted to. There was a goddamn reason, and you know why.
Yeah, because everybody hated the main character and the
No,
other actor didn't
no.
deliver.
The real reason is because of the strike that needed to fucking happen, because they weren't allowed to
Nobody.
promote this damn movie. Cryptid, let me fucking finish.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
For fuck's sake, we do this every time. Anyways, the reason why this movie didn't do as well as they wanted to is literally this movie came out a few days after the strikes ended, and they were not allowed to promote this film even with the premiere, because the premiere was at the back half of this freaking movie releasing. That was the main reason why people wanted to give this movie a damn chance. People loved Monica, people loved Kamala, and even though Carol Danvers might not have the best reputation in the MCU, people still wanted to give her a goddamn chance to improve as a character. And guess what? She kind of did. Like, yeah, did she have her moments? Yeah, but she still like grew as a character, unlike some other characters that I can think of off the top of my head. So for fuck's sake, this who cares? RDJ is gonna be doomed for like maybe one movie,
Yeah.
and they're just gonna
Mhm.
he's just gonna fuck off, and then like guess what? We're gonna keep doing the same thing over and over and over again. Cryptid, we do this every single time a new MCU property is announced or like coming out or anything like that. Think a little bit harder, okay? Put your pre like existing bullshit to the side and think about what other people are thinking for this shit, okay? Like I listened to all your ramblings and all your bullshit for a long ass time. Okay, you gotta start thinking. God fucking damn it.
Can I respond now?
Yes.
Okay. Nobody watches a movie because an actor is saying, "My movie is great." I've never seen that example in my life. Like, I've never seen anybody come say, "Hey, let's go watch this movie because the actor's going to say, his actor is saying it's great." That was not the dragon that slayed the Marvels. Right now, the reputation isn't all that great with the MCU right now, and I could
Did you not
understand
listen to a
why they haven't made
single
this
thing I
movie.
said? Did you
I
not
was
listen to a
listening.
single thing I said? I
I was
highly doubt it
listening.
at this point.
I was
But
listening.
anyways, going back to the main topic of this damn topic or
Hmm.
whatever the hell. This is lazy casting, and everyone can agree with me on this. This was one of the laziest castings I've ever seen. Like I saw a joke on Twitter where they casted previous MCU actors to play the X-Men, and honestly, it's just like what we're seeing right now. They don't actually try. They're money hungry. That's why they're bringing RDJ back. That's why they're bringing the Russo brothers back, because they don't actually care about making a good thing. And like once the MCU actually like tiptoes around to something different, guess what? People complain that it's like nah, 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 nah. It's like who the hell cares? People are gonna watch these damn movies regardless. They're still gonna do well in the box office. Is it gonna make $1 billion? No, but still, it'll do good in the fucking theaters. The last one that I think that didn't do so well was freaking Black Widow, but that only came out during COVID, so I understand.
All right, Jake, Austin, you have any thoughts?
I'm fine with it. Look at that.
Final
They're
tip,
just playing a
RDJ.
variant of Doom. I put up with we had variants of Loki. We had a black Loki. We had a
Mhm.
female Loki. We had a crocodile Loki. I don't care about the variants of characters, to be honest.
Mhm. I mean,
I care about
we
when
have a female.
Doom.
Mhm.
What?
No, I was about to say we're having a female Silver Surfer.
Yeah,
And
There
like
have
like
been female Silver Surfers, Cryptid.
go ahead, Austin.
so. I don't mind. I don't mind them doing a variant of Doctor Doom as like the first introduction to Doom, as long as it's good. But that's like the problem. It has to be good.
Mm-hmm.
And if this movie doesn't end with like the real Doctor Doom coming in at the end and killing him,
Uh-huh.
it's like what the fuck. Either way, it feels like a really complicated way to do this story. If he's not actually just playing Doctor Doom until like forever, it feels weird and complicated. Hey, like, oh yeah, so Avengers Doomsday, we got Doctor Doom, RDJ, and then we have a new real Doom, God Emperor Doom, played by like Cillian Murphy in like
Oh
Secret Wars. They was
hell
like, why did you?
no! Oh
So it's like, why did you
hell
do
no!
this? Yeah, that's what I mean. So it's like, why did you make RDJ Doom just for that one movie? You know what I mean?
You know,
It's,
it it will be kind of hard to top like somebody else after this event because like you gotta look at it this way. RDJ is coming back as Doom for an Avengers level event. Like so, would there be another
yeah,
Doom casting after this? It would just kind of seem like a downward after that.
not really, because RDJ
I
is
want.
this is not the greatest actor.
Anyways, I want to add something to this that kind of relates, but at the same time, no. So originally, this movie was going to be called the Kang Dynasty, but then we all know
Oh
what
yeah.
happened to Jonathan Majors, and instead of
hmm
recasting him and keeping the Kang Dynasty, they immediately changed it to have Doom.
I think
And like, I could see their point. However, I don't think anyone would have actually cared if they recasted Kang. Like they've done it
I
before, and no one cares.
I just don't think King really sat well with the audience. That's the thing.
Well, keep in mind, he also wasn't
Again,
given a chance that much. He was only given
we
like what, like part
he,
of a freaking TV show, and then part of
uh,
Loki, and then maybe part of Ant-Man.
he was the main villain of Ant-Man. Yeah, and
Well,
that Ant-Man
that movie
itself
was
didn't.
already that movie was not supposed
Yeah,
to be like super duper
That
serious, but whatever.
that
that
movie was
movie is
just
what killed
testing.
it, even though they
Yeah,
went by the comic like all everybody be asking him to do. Because the
that
comic,
movie.
Kang's first appearance, he lost to Ant Man.
Yeah, that movie was testing the waters for the public to see how King is responsive to the public, and unfortunately, Ant-Man didn't make the money.
Yeah,
So
well, it was
in
an
their
Ant-Man
eyes,
movie. If this was like a different
and
character, maybe it would have done better. But like I said, the MCU
mhm,
does not care.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it wasn't Kang's fault that movie failed. Ant Man and
yeah,
everybody else in that plot was bad.
yeah.
It was just
But
not the best movie, and
yeah,
I think
people
not only
loved
that.
him. I mean, people loved him in Loki. The
Yeah,
problem
people
is,
did
Chris,
love
I don't
him.
know if you remember, we did our Ant Man review,
hmm
which
hmm
a lot of the big complaints was that he done died 3 times. He done died, and
hmm
y'all overseen this dude die. And it's like,
I,
yeah, these are variants. You're seeing different ones die
yeah,
until you see the real one, but people didn't want to wait to see the real one. They
yeah.
wanted him to be Thanos level out the gate, which just was unrealistic.
Mhm.
They wanted to be
No,
Thanos
yeah,
level and
and
be in
like,
every movie, but not
I just,
lose. So it's
and but
like,
I
like,
just,
what?
here's the thing: they spent about 10 years freaking
I just
building up
can,
Thanos. So I don't know why people are bothered
I
by the
just
fact that Kang wasn't like that.
I just couldn't. I just don't think people needed to see Kang lose directly. That's the thing, With Thanos, they were able to slide by it by saying like, his subordinates or like, the lower men were the bosses of other Marvel movies, and they took the L's, not Thanos specifically.
I don't know.
No,
I
I
feel
get
like
it,
this
but it's
could have
like
been.
that was the point of having different
But
variants, so they can lose until we meet the right one,
hmm
the main threat. But
hmm
people didn't want to wait on
I
that.
still, I still think they should have just recasted Kang. That's just my
hmm
thing, and they could have
yeah,
waited for until like Fantastic Four to introduce Doom, like you know how they always do it. But like, but who listens to what people actually want to actually think? Like whatever.
yeah.
Like,
I'm
it,
Oh.
sorry, Bill.
go ahead. I'm only okay with it in the sense of doing Doom first at least leaks better into Secret War, since the
hmm
version they were doing was the one with God Emperor Doom anyway, from my
hmm
understanding. So it's
hmm
like you're gonna do Kang Dynasty first. It has nothing to do with that story, and then just lead a Doctor Doom taking over. You know what I mean? If it was, there's only gonna be one
Yeah,
Fantastic Four movie before Kang Dynasty anyway. So it was gonna
Okay.
feel real regardless to me.
You wanna
fair
know what's
enough. I'll give
weird?
you that.
I know it's weird. How do you guys think they're going to move Kang aside?
To be fair, Loki kind of did that, but they had Loki win and take the multiverse from him.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I can.
I,
Yeah,
I,
Loki did do that.
What
In
about
loafers,
all
by
those?
it,
the way. In loafers.
yeah.
What about all those
At worst, you might have to
insane
have a
events?
scene of Kang killing the. Well, you'll probably have to open up Doomsday with Doctor Doom killing the Council.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's about it.
Yeah.
because like
Do we break? Do we
Doom's
go ahead?
backstory, he literally literally got rid of the previous like ruler of Latveria because of how like awful he was. So like that is kind of in character for Doom to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
Do you guys think they bring
I just
that?
hope that
Go ahead.
I just hope that RDJ is not the main Doom. I hope he's
Yes.
just like a version and that gets killed. And like maybe
I
a post
need
credit scene. I think that'll be funny.
A
I
villain
need
getting
him
killed in
accurate. I need
Marvel.
him strong. I need him to have a great voice.
I need him to have magical
villain.
powers. Please give him
Yes.
his magic, Marvel. Please give him his magic. That's all
I
I
will
ask.
love a scene of him fighting Strange with magic,
Mhm.
but also fight
Oh,
someone with tech at the same time.
that would be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That would be awesome to see. But like, I'm only asking for a few things when it comes to Doom as a character in this cinematic universe. 1, he's played by a Romani actor. 2, he has magic. 3, he's just awesome. You know, like he needs to be like someone awesome. Like that's the whole point of Doom. This is just lazy.
I just imagine like the reaction like for the superheroes in Marvel, like looking at a version of Tony
Their
Stark's like
friend
the main villain.
who started all this with him.
Yeah. I mean, I said this before. Like, if there's anybody close to being like the Marvel Jesus, it would be like Tony Stark's. But in this case, like he's now the Antichrist now. This situation, So they're the
I wish his
heroes.
daughter was a hero by now, because then you could have had a whole nother layer to the thing.
They're gonna bring her up.
Yeah, but we know she's
Please
apparently still supposed to be a child. I guess that makes sense story wise.
I guess.
Yeah,
But
Like it's going to be
multiverse
Ironheart
isn't.
there instead of her daughter in the suit. If that makes sense.
Ooh.
Oh, thank God. Thank God. Cryptid, we do this every time.
No, well, to be fair, this
Yeah.
time Ironheart has even less of a connection to Iron Man. But I just meant like in general, the daughter won't be there in a suit when this movie happens.
I'm kind of glad. That makes me kind of glad, and not for reasons that people think. I just don't want every single younger character in the MCU to just put in a Young Avengers team and call it a day. Like, I actually want them to
Yeah.
think about this, since they're already gonna mash up Champions and Young Avengers, even though their whole thing was like completely different to each other. But we're not gonna get into that today.
Yeah, you were talking about lazy. That's the laziest thing they're doing right now, in my opinion.
That is one of the laziest things they're doing. Yes, this and
But
also that.
Jake, you got any thoughts?
Jake.
We'll take that as a no. We'll take that as a no. Let's go to the next topic. We've thought this for a whole 30 minutes.
Let's go to the next topic. Austin, you want to do the honors in this one?
Russo brothers to direct Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars. So I was fine with this. No. I was fine with this because after they did Endgame, they kept saying anyway they want to come back and do Secret Wars. And I think we can at least agree Infinity War is great and Endgame is good at the very least, even if you don't think it's the best.
Wasn't there like multiple people directors working on this movie, like Infinity War?
Yeah. The original. So basically, anytime they had like different groups, so like dealing with the Guardians, he had James Gunn come in and help. Dealing with us, any director who had like specific connection to a certain IP came in and helped with certain things.
Yeah. And like I think we can agree that like at least they weren't flip flopping around saying I don't need Marvel, oh I do want to come back like someone else. But like we all agree that the movies that they do make are pretty good for the most part.
Yeah.
So like and I hope they actually do their research on Secret Wars, both of them, not just like reading a summary, like actually like looking at the source material. Because like Secret Wars 1 and 2 were big events.
That's why I brought up them doing Secret Wars 2015 because I know they read that because I seen them answering questions a while back, like a few years ago about like stuff in that book.
They're just one of the people in the MCU that feel like they're actual comic book fans,
But also, I'm low key kind of scared at the same time, Like we don't know how they're gonna do. Maybe this movie's gonna.
I mean, I'm just seeing this as like another situation where the MCU just wants a guaranteed win because like their track record still stands. Like they've done like a whole bunch of successes with more previous Marvel movies. I mean, of course, Captain America 2 is still regarded as like one of the best MCU movies to this date. And like, the following Avengers films, I mean, come on, 2 billion. Like it's hard to argue against that, you know? Do
Yeah, yeah. I think
do
it's like going back to something Wish said. It really does like it really is one of those situations where Marvel's like, we're trying to line up everything perfectly
Mm-hmm.
in the quickest way
Hello?
possible.
Yeah,
Can you
yeah,
hear
we hear
me?
you now. Yep.
Yeah,
Okay, but like, I just wanted to bring up, I think that they should have someone else work on Doomsday, and then they can work on Secret Wars because, like, like you guys, like they worked on a lot of projects. I feel like they should just do one for right now and have someone else do Doomsday. I think that would maybe work, and that director can work with the Russo brothers on Secret Wars, like how they did with Infinity War. Does that make sense?
Yep. Yep.
I
But it also.
understand, but
Mhm.
I seen them carry a serious tone with Cap and stuff that I feel like they could do Doom. I feel more
Mhm.
comfortable doing Doomsday than Secret Wars, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Okay, fair enough. It was either
Mhm.
way, you know what I mean? They should work on one
Yeah,
project and have someone else work on the other project that would fit the tone that they want.
yeah,
But
but
yeah, no, that's
I think this is the least controversial news when it comes to all this stuff. At the very least,
Mhm. Yep.
uh,
Yep.
they have
still
a
like
decent track
hesitant.
record. So yeah,
Man.
we can be
Like I'm
hesitant. No, I think that's
hesitant.
a healthy bit.
Like
Yeah, a healthy bit of caution isn't bad.
I just hope that either I'm
Um,
hoping like Secret Wars we get the Eternals back because I love the Eternals and a lot of people agree with me on that. And like a couple other
I love the
characters,
Eternals.
maybe I love the Eternals. That movie was great. Like I loved how unique it was compared to other Marvel properties.
Yeah,
mhm.
But and you know I'm gonna say it. I would love to see an Alpha Flight character in this movie, but
Mhm.
I will
to
be
be
very
fair,
picky. I will be very picky though.
I will actually like to see that too because I do. If we're doing the what if and all the other stuff and the exile stuff, I would like to see some more like at least one person from a lot of different groups show up for the first time. Even if it's just small cameos. When we look at other
Yeah,
universes, I think that'll be a neat moment for a lot of people.
yeah, and plus it'll be an interesting way to introduce new IP, if like to say fill the void of other things. Like my you've met Lily before. My mutual Lily, she brought up that she thinks Alpha Flight would be a great not replacement but a good like filler to fill the void that was the Guardians after that franchise ended, you know. And I
Mhm.
honestly
I can agree with
agree,
that.
but I've read Alpha Flight, so I do agree that it fits.
Yeah.
Um,
Based on the little I actually know, I think I agree with that choice too. I think that could actually be a
like
great idea
if
if
you
handled
read
correctly.
Alpha Flight, you would be like, oh yeah, they would definitely fit. But like when it comes to, I'm just gonna get into this real quick before I leave. But like I think that Alpha Flight should be introduced in a special where you can get introduced to all the characters, like kind of like how they did Werewolf by Night. Like
That'd be fun.
have them fight one of the great beasts. So I'm saying Tundra in this case because that's what happens in issue 1. And then if
Not the World
that
Master
works,
or the fuck that nigga name was.
no. Let me get into it. So you give them a special, and then if that does well, you give them a show where they can introduce Master of the World, who I hate, and have him be the main villain, and then maybe have like Dream Queen later on, which I like Dream Queen. They should bring her in.
Master of the World. That just sounds lazy, bro.
Like I don't think a movie would do them justice. I feel like you need a show to like
I agree with that. That's how I
introduce.
feel about X Factor.
Yeah.
I don't think you do X Factor movie. I think there has to be a show to fully flesh out the mystery and everything they do,
Mhm.
Yeah,
depending on which
no,
version you go with.
some like yeah, but like I think you could introduce a character. I think you should introduce Guardian in Secret Wars, and then we can get the special, and then we can get the show, and then they can make like cameos in other shows and movies because that's basically what Alpha Flight is at this point. So yeah, that's my Alpha Flight bit for the day.
Mhm.
I get you.
All right. Any other thoughts on this, guys? Yeah,
No,
It's
Zane,
the
no
safest
option.
but
bet.
It's a safe bet.
it's
Yeah.
safe, but I'm hesitant. I'm safe but hesitant.
Right. All right. Does anybody know what happened to Jake?
And
He didn't
now
say
I'm
that he
back.
was leaving or asked to come back in, so
Okay. All right.
I missed it.
Gotcha. Which? You there?
I think what's his left.
Oh, okay, okay. Which is left. Yeah, you're starting to static up
Wait, you sound
now.
like a robot, so we can't
Yeah,
understand you.
but we're taking as that as you're leaving. All right.
Alrighty then. Just being
Alrighty
interested.
then. So I guess it's just gonna be a duo tonight. Hope so. Let me bring up the next topic.
I already got it up. What we said.
Hold up a second. I have to pull up the picture first.
Oh yeah, I'm still getting used to this, bro. It feels so unrealistic.
No, the picture didn't upload. Hope so. Let me try something. Oh well. The picture didn't upload, audience. But go ahead. You say it, Austin.
It's all right. So
Yeah.
we have Cartoon Network Crisis on Infinite Mirth. So people don't remember Cartoon Network's owned by Warner Brothers, or Warner Brothers owns DC. So they're
Which is
parodying their
coming back.
own movies that just came out.
Yep. Hold on a sec.
Yes,
We're
sir.
just trying to get back in. Dang, I can't get which in. Okay, there we go.
What's
I
happening
know,
today?
I know, right? Which, you there? Okay, I guess which doesn't have any signal.
But
But
all right.
all right, Crisis on Infinite Mirths, yeah, because from what I've seen, it's gonna be like a lot of the Cartoon Network shows, at least that I grew up with, going to war against the Hanna-Barbera cartoons.
Yeah, it's Hanna-Barbera versus like it feel like everything from 2010 to Hanna-Barbera.
Yeah.
So the two eras that everyone who grew up with is fine to death. And just like Infinite Earth, I don't know if you saw the movie, the 3-part movie created.
Which one? Oh, Infinite Earth.
The last, yeah, the last one they just put out, they killed all the childhood shows. Batman anime series, Justice League Unlimited, Teen Titans, all of them are dead now. They're gone.
Hey.
I heard they did something like that.
Hello,
Wow.
welcome back.
Which? Yeah, we're on the next topic right now. Crisis of Infinite Mirths. Which?
Oh, but
okay.
But yeah, those movies kicked off every childhood cartoon. Static Shock, like everything's gone now.
Yep. Damn.
And I'm very scared that this is doing the same thing.
Yeah, they're dead until the next creative team says otherwise, Austin.
They're dead to their reboots.
Yes. But in this situation, like, okay, you could look at it that way, but when I'm looking at this as like, a lot of the shows I grew up with are coming back for one last hurrah, To put it in perspective, audience, you're talking about Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, Kids Next Door, My Gym Partners and Monkey, Powerpuff Girls, yep. Funny enough, Hector con Carne.
Dexter's Lab.
Yep, there you go. Ed and Eddie, yeah. Surprisingly, a lot
Wacky Races, Yogi Bear, like all these shows are here.
Yeah, surprisingly, a lot of those shows had cameos from the Hanna-Barbera cartoons, Like,
yeah.
That's when
if you go.
Oh, Samurai Jack.
Yeah.
Who better to come back from the past than Samurai Jack?
That was ironic for me because based on the picture, it does look like our cartoons, our era is going back to bully the era before them for like no reason.
Well, in all fairness, our era had the little Grim Reaper.
I just wanted to say I'll see the audience tomorrow. I'm going to go home. So I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. I'll talk about Avengers Academy and my time at Comic-Con tomorrow.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So,
all right.
I'll see y'all later.
Nice having you.
Bye.
Later.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Okay. All right. So yeah, in all fairness, our era of Cartoon Network literally has a Grim Reaper on his side. So come on, who are you going to side with in this fight? What does Hanna
I'm with
Barbera?
our cartoons, man. Like I
Yeah.
need to see Billy and Mandy do work, but I haven't seen Billy and Mandy in years.
Yeah. I mean, I still see it every now and then because guess what, audience? I still have cable. I still watch the Adult Swim and Cartoon Network and all that stuff. So, yeah, they do get to a point where they started rerunning some old shows, and a lot of kids apparently seem to like the retroness of that. You know?
They just brought
Um,
back like Toonami block from
they
like
did.
5 to 7. They play like
Yeah.
Sailor Moon, old
No.
Naruto, old Dragon Ball Z.
Yep. I still watch those. No, I mean as they're airing. You know?
I don't be up on
Um,
to watch TV at the
gotcha.
time.
Like, question,
But
Austin. Were you
but
worried that they originally were going to be bringing the Kids Next Door back for one last movie?
yeah, I was very excited. I was so
Yeah,
disappointed. I was
they had
donating to that
they,
stuff and everything. I was all in
yeah,
that.
they had a commercial segment and everything too, where you have
Yeah,
number one like talking to the Galactic Kids Next Door, and he has
I
Chad
loved it.
in the corner chained up. I'm like, oh shoot,
hmm
you know?
Don't do it, Nigel.
Yeah,
Number 5 wouldn't want you to do this. He was trying to blow up the
yeah,
world,
yep,
bro. And then
and
after that, they did the update video, which was number
um,
4 and 3 talking to each
yeah,
other. I don't know if you saw that.
and
And they revealed that
okay.
Nigel's girlfriend was an alien. That shit blew my
Oh,
mind.
oh God. Yeah, I know. Looking back, I started finding out like, wow, people really hated Lizzie. I mean,
Oh yeah,
people
no,
wanted,
I hated her too. She
yeah,
was super demanding. But
yeah.
when him and her were good, it was fun.
People wanted to ship Nigel with what's 362. The head of Kids Next Door.
Yeah, I get
Yeah,
that. They had
I
some good
saw
moments
that.
too.
Yeah, yeah. They looked out for each other in a brothers in arms sort of way, but there could have been a seed
Yeah,
for something
if
more.
they
You
wanted
know.
to, they could have explored it. They always felt like an open type thing.
Yep. But yeah, another thing was that the kids next door were going to have to team up with the adults to go up against the Galactic Kids Next Door. I'm like, man, that would have been
Bro, we
something.
could have had the Toilinator back. They really screwed it over.
Oh my god! It's just so hilarious to see like a one-time gag character that was supposed to be there for one scene ended up becoming a cult classic character of that show. Like
You know what's funny?
what?
He was almost in a death battle episode.
Oh damn! With who?
They
Dan?
made the theme. Yeah, the Toilinator was going to fight the Condiment King from Batman in a death battle episode,
Oh,
and
you
the
know.
creator made the theme song, which is the song is about both of them preparing for the fight, and then the fight
Yeah.
being over in like 5 seconds.
If I had to pit those two, I'm giving it to Toilinator because,
Yeah,
contrary to
Wait,
popular belief, audience, he could go full Terminator if he wanted to.
yeah. When
Like
he got serious, he beat everybody, good and bad. He beat both sides.
yeah, like he has full control over toilets. His powers were literally given to him by the literal toilet god. Yeah, that happened in the comics. Like,
Yeah,
he was able to beat his fellow members in what's his name, Boss Man's group. Like all those villains, he beat them single
Mhm.
handedly because after he thought that they were the kids next door in disguise, but he still kicked all their crap. So yeah, I give it the Toilinator. Um, but in this, okay, Hanna-Barbera side, do they have anything working for them?
they got Space Ghost, I guess.
Yeah, they have caveman strength from Fred Flintstone. Well, they have dinosaurs. Technically,
Yeah, man. What's Dexter like? Just start. Wait, they're fighting superheroes. They're fighting the Powerpuff Girls. You know what I mean? That clears like 90% of everybody.
Oh god. Oh yeah,
And then you
yeah.
got Grim. When Grim's serious, he's like cracking the earth open and summoning armies and shit.
Again, the
What the
power of
hell?
the underworld. Like
So it's like,
um,
yeah,
I feel
this
like
is
I
not a
feel like
fair fight based on what we
yeah,
know.
yeah. This isn't even counting if you bring in Samurai Jack. Come on, back from
Yeah,
the past. That joke writes itself. Like But yeah, it's gonna be more comedy based at the end of the day, and this will give us a good giggle, you know.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch it. So I'm probably gonna take to watch it too, so we can review that.
Gotcha. Same here. Same here. You know. Hey, man, makes you feel so old to see that the characters you grew up with are now considered classics now. You know.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I was talking
Yeah.
to I was talking to my nephew, and I
Mm-hmm.
was like, "Yeah, I used to watch the Thundercats." He was like, "You watch Thundercats Roar?" I was like, "What the fuck is that? What the fuck is Thundercats Roar?" And they made a whole another kiddie show of Thundercats after the 2002 one.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, it's true what they said in Golden Girls. Kids are noisy calendars. So yeah, okay. This is definitely something to look forward to when it comes out, audience. Tune into us fanatics when we check it out. So, alrighty then, Austin, you ready to head to the next topic?
Yeah,
Okay, hold up a sec. Let me bring out the picture. Okay, you do this one.
Soldier Boy returns for the Boys prequel. So not only is he in the final season, but they announced they're making a prequel, which is about Soldier Boy and Payback. Payback is the Avengers team, the
Yep.
Avenger parody team, and Stormfront, who back then was Liberty, who was basically if Red Skull had a wife, she would be that.
Oh wow.
Like she was
Wow.
hugely racist, hugely evil, but like so like into the regime and what they wanted.
Mm-hmm.
But when she lost back then, she can't like she disappeared from the public eye. I didn't rebranded herself as Stormfront as a
Okay. Okay.
to come back as a superhero.
Okay. Okay. Um,
I think it's a good idea.
emphasizing emphasizing paper Operation Paperclip. I see. So, all right.
Yeah,
All right.
I think it's a good idea because so before they finally announced that the boys were going to end after season 5, the
Yeah.
director was like, "Oh yeah, we might go for like 5 more seasons if I to be honest. Like there's so much more stuff we can do." But he
Yeah.
thought back. Go ahead.
Yeah, and let's be honest. Like, I know so many people are fans of Soldier Boy from this to the point where, like, okay, yeah, the company wants to bank on this character, so of course they're gonna give him his own show. You know,
Mhm.
like even
But
audience to clarify, I'm a huge Captain America fan. I didn't want to watch Soldier Boy because, like, I'm not. I don't want to go to like this whole evil superman route where, let's make a negative depiction of Captain America. We've already had that with John Walker. We've had that with Peacemaker, and now Soldier Boy. I just thought that was one too many. But okay, yes, I have seen some clips of Soldier Boy, so I'll give this a try. All right, so I'll give this show a try.
I don't know if you know, the showrunner for this show was the showrunner for Supernatural,
Uh huh.
and just like for the boys, he had a 5 season plan for Supernatural. But once that plan was done, the basically CW forced them to stay because they didn't have any other shows on. So that show went
Oh,
on
okay.
from 5 seasons to 15 seasons,
God damn.
and Amazon tried to do the same thing to the boys. But he was like, "No, I need to end it here because I can't keep Homelander. I can't keep keeping Homelander alive. When the whole point of the show to kill this guy, I can't do that for 15 seasons." So this was the compromise to end the show with 5 seasons, but then do the Soldier Boy season show.
Gotcha, gotcha. But all right then. Good, good news for the fan base, or what, Austin?
I think it's good if they handle it right because we know how his story ends up, but they like you talk about negative to the Cap. They said a lot of stuff about Soldier Boy, or say he did a lot of stuff that we didn't see or it really didn't add up.
Right,
Like
right.
they called him a racist at one point, but not one
Mhm.
point during the show did he say or do something in, entirely racist. He's more just like a boomer.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
And it was like, oh, he accidentally killed my family,
Was
and he did accidentally do it. Like it was just like he went on his way to do it, but the guy was like thought it felt like the guy was he was him like just murder, but he was in a
Yeah.
fight with somebody and he flipped the car and the car flew into a house.
It could have been any sort of family. His
Yeah,
Soldier was probably saying, you know, it wasn't any
yeah.
specific race, you know.
That's why Soldier Boy was like he said you killed my family. He was like which one? I accidentally killed a lot of people in these wars and stuff I've been through. You know what I mean?
Question, Austin. I remember seeing a clip of like his version of Bucky Gunpowder. Was it
Yeah.
implied that he did something to Bucky, just to
Oh.
Gunpowder, aside from hazing?
No. So Butcher was trying to egg him gunpowder into saying stuff, and he was saying that to aggravate him. But
Oh, okay.
Gunpowder confirmed that he didn't do anything besides basically beat him up in training.
Oh, okay.
Like he was like super tough on on Gunpowder.
Yeah. I saw Noir's flashback, so yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, because I thought that would have kind of been like overdoing it for if Soldier Boy, like, you know, he's already done a lot of messed up things. I don't think you needed this situation with him and Gunpowder to be on it, you know? Like, it's
That
not
was
really adding
surprised
anything.
how they handle him. Because that was my biggest fear too. And my biggest fear with the show. Because they can easily just go back and be like, oh, actually, a lot of this stuff did happen, and he did mean it, you know, from like this point of view. But I was very worried how they were going to handle the story with Soldier Boy, and basically they just made it so he might not have been Captain America in the sense of he was in the war, but he genuinely thinks he was. Like he has PTSD to the point he genuinely thinks he was. You couldn't tell him differently, and I think that was the best way to handle it without like ruining him as a Captain America stand-in character. Because he still act and feel like he was that guy. He just wasn't there.
I mean, it does happen within a certain age. I mean, I remember reading this one book, Scars and Stripes, right, where you know the author of that book was from the military, and you know he did put like a little editor's note, right? He did talk about some of his missions while on duty, and he stated, "Yeah, also you gotta remember these are like the best of my recollections over the years, a lot of blows to the head, and keep in mind you have 5 people going into a building." For like 20 years later, those each one of them is going to have a different version of that story, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that, from what I understand, Soldier Boy, he's what, 90 at this point, technically?
He's even older than that.
Okay, there you go. See? He is from the 40s, right? Just want to check.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a little bit before the 40s. I think like the 30s.
Okay. So yeah, he's up there in age, audience, you know? So.
But the best thing they did with him was they didn't make him a liar. Because from his point of view, he really does believe he did that. And when they ask him to do certain stuff, or he promised to do something, he actually does do it, which adds a lot to his character, especially toward the end. Because at the end of the show, or the episode, it feels like they betrayed him more than like he betrayed them. So he's doing exactly what they told him to do, but they're getting his way because of some extra bullshit that happened.
Yeah. I mean, this guy isn't out of his way to like cause harm to the public, but you have Homelander there, who, yes, it is. Come on, guys, you know.
And yeah, the stuff what happened with him harming the public was an accident too. Like it was his PTSD acting up because the Russians experimented on him, and that caused him to shoot his laser.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm excited for it. His character is great. Stormfront's character is weird. I kind of want to see him fight her in the past to see how it happened.
Okay.
I'm excited.
Gotcha. And I'm sure Jake will be excited if he was on here. You know.
Yeah.
Dang, and like the most meatiest news topics of the week, and it's just down to us two. Wow. You know. So, all right, I'll definitely be checking. Yeah, I'll definitely be checking this this spinoff. So I'll give my thoughts to you guys when it comes out. So,
okay.
All right. Let's see. So with that, I think we can move on to the next topic. Oh, geez, this one's mainly a Jake topic, actually.
Yeah, because I saw that he told you he didn't think Superboy's gonna be in it.
Yep. Okay, so let me announce the topic. Superboy to be in My Adventures with Superman season 3. Huh.
I
Okay.
expected it even without watching the show because the
Uh-huh.
second season they introduced her, they introduced Superboy, and they already kind of did the reign of Superman with the Kryptonian invasion in a way. You know what I mean?
Yep. And
So
from what I understand, Steel is in here without being Steel.
yeah,
Mm-hmm. So
so introducing Connor isn't bad. I just think it's weird to do it right after introducing Kara. But
yep.
does Kara? I wasn't here for when Jake talked about the finale. Does Kara stay a good guy, or does something else happen?
I think she is staying a good guy. She got new
If you
armor and everything.
if she's staying
Remember,
a good guy, then it's kind of weird to introduce another good Kryptonian like right after that, who has to
it's
learn
almost
Earth and learn to care
yeah.
and shit.
It's almost like they're running into the same issues that CW Flash ran into. Yeah, when everybody's starting to become a speedster,
Yeah,
hmm So,
it's quickly becoming less of a Superman show and a super family show.
yep, pretty much. Doo-doo-doo-doo.
I like his design. It looked less anime inspired than the
Mhm.
rest of them. Like you can clearly
Uh-huh.
tell this is Connor. You can't see Kara and think that's Kara in her regular outfit.
Oh yeah, same thing with Lois Lane. Yeah, I know this show suffered criticism on the design. Like, hey, if you can't tell who this character is at first glance, and that says a lot about the design. But
Yeah,
here, yeah,
you're messing with our brand.
yep. But here, yeah, it's a more modern. Well, I shouldn't say modern. I mean, this just literally feels like the costume he normally wears. The leather
Yeah,
jacket, yes, shield, and that
what?
stuff. I mean, he just looks a little skinnier. Well, yeah, a little skinnier.
Yeah,
That's it.
he's even skinnier than the version that was in the last animated film he was in. Like he was already still super skinny in that. He's talking about still looks skinny.
There you go. There you go. Um, yeah. Damn. Really wish Jake was here to give his
Yeah,
thoughts on it. But all right, maybe if he pops up, we could go back to this topic. So,
yeah.
alrighty then. I think we should move on to the next one. All right, audience, we're done with the media news. Now we're going on to the comic news. And let me start us off with Ellie to become the new Deadpool.
Go ahead.
This was this news came out at not so good of a time because I have been seeing people popping up online saying, "Oh my god, literally in the same week Deadpool's a massive success, you kill him off in the comics so that his daughter could be the new Deadpool." Okay, yeah, that was a poor
They did it
timing.
a lot actually. It feels weird.
Yeah, I know. But in their defense, right? Look, I'm pretty sure the comic book industry isn't aware as to when these movies are going to be coming out because they just flip flop back and forth. I mean, because remember, this month we were supposed to get Captain America 4, but then Deadpool ended up taking that spot.
Yeah,
Uh, so yeah, with this news about Ellie becoming the new Deadpool, uh, I don't know how to feel about that because Ellie's whole contribution to the Deadpool mythos was kind of being the innocence of Deadpool's life. Like
yeah.
he never even wanted to see his daughter because he sees her as too beautiful to be his. He doesn't want to. He tried his best not to be too involved with Ellie's life because everybody around Deadpool tends to get hurt, stabbed, shot. A lot of horrible things happen to you if you're part of Deadpool's clique.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, when she popped up in this book, I was happy about that. I like that she was growing as a person. Her whole mutant power being developed. Okay, she has like the benefits of Deadpool's healing factor, but without any of the drawbacks. Okay, but now I hear that
Favoritism.
she's like, yep. But now I hear the news that she's going to be the new Deadpool. You want your kid to be better than who you were. I
Yeah.
would assume that's a lot of parents' hopes and dreams. Um,
Deadpool might clearly consider this his greatest failure if she becomes and
exact
turns out like him.
yes, exactly. So if she was going to be in the superhero gig, I would have much rather have her had a different sort of mantle, or
Yes.
a different code name, just not be Deadpool because yeah, Deadpool, Wade Wilson himself would probably be horrified at that idea. I don't want you to be a new me. My life is fucked up. You think I want my daughters to have that sort of life? Hell no, But it it what can you do now? It's already being written, it's already being drawn. The only other thing that was really surprising to me about this topic, right, was the fact that
Yes.
it is confirmed that Deadpool is actually going to die. I'm like, oh, really? Like, I remember, yeah,
Well, to be
yeah.
fair, Spider-Man's dying. They can go together. Okay.
Oh yeah, like two old guys just sitting in the bench while having to watch their daughters pick up their slack. Like, oh yeah, we're gonna be talking about a certain Spider-Man character later on, audience. But yeah, I know there's like the series by Cody Ziegler was setting up the villain Death Grip, right? Like his whole thing
I can get us his name. He catches me off guard every time.
is Deadpool already made fun of that name, audience. It was not that hard, But yeah, his whole thing, he's basically an amalgamation of Doctor Strange meeting Iron Fist. He loves the concept of death. That's what his cult is all about. So when he found Deadpool, he's like, "This is the best way I can test out my abilities. Can I kill that which is unkillable?" And apparently he did. He fused himself with the Muramasa blade, and yeah, turns out he actually is going to kill Deadpool. Wow.
Yes,
I'm,
it's kind of sad.
yeah, I'm sure he's going to still pop up as a ghost or something, but still. I kind of feel like the same way Joker felt like when he fought against the Punisher. He's like, wait, you're really going to kill me? What? Oh,
Like,
good lord! Like,
wait. This is not how it usually goes. Well, come on,
yeah.
bro. What's going on here?
I can imagine Deadpool saying, "Wait, I just had a movie come out. You can't, bam." you know. So yeah, it is what it is. You have any thoughts on this, Austin?
I'm with you in the sense of it's very odd and the timing can be worse,
Mm-hmm. Oh,
but I'm willing to see how it goes. Though I
yeah,
would like to see Deadpool's reaction to this, because I'm sure he should be horrified based on his previous situation with this idea. Though
exactly.
I do think he'll be proud of her for surviving when he comes back.
Hmm. Like if you want to be in the superhero gig, Ellie, come up with a different name. Deadpool is not a
Yeah,
moniker. Deadpool is not a mantle you want to have.
yeah. You do not
Trust
want
me.
Deadpool's enemies, okay?
Exactly. And plus, oh man, I already see this like little landmine having to be pop up. A lot of people might take her having a better version of Wade's healing factor to saying, "Oh, you're making this character a better version of Deadpool."
They already been saying that.
Mm, yeah.
They've been saying that, and they be like, "Oh, now you're replacing Deadpool with a girl. Oh, now he still has." A lot of people didn't know he had a daughter, surprisingly, but
Yeah.
from my
I mean,
understanding,
yeah, a lot of people who were complaining about this didn't even know that Deadpool lost his immortality. Like seriously,
yeah,
I was like scrolling through a video, right? I was complaining about this, and they're like saying, "How can these like Marvel editorial are idiots or something?" Like they did not even factor in the fact that Deadpool was immortal because of Thanos. I'm like, Jim Starling came back to Marvel to write Deadpool versus Thanos and took that immortality away. It was
yeah.
like a
I keep
couple
seeing
years
people
ago.
throw around it. Oh, Marvel's being uncreative again, making Ellie Deadpool. All that stuff. Like when superheroes have kids, those kids are eventually at some point going to take up the mantle.
Yeah.
It is
Uh,
Deadpool with probably the only hero who's like, I don't want that for my daughter.
they did kind of reference that when it came to Deadpool 2099 because, Deadpool has another daughter that was with his ex wife, Shikla. She's the one who
Yeah,
ended up taking the Deadpool moniker, but Ellie was kind of fighting her for it. and by the end, they kind of like um, came to terms, and she allowed her sister to take up the mantle. Yeah,
They
Deadpool
had a
29.
battle for the cowl.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, audience, remember Deadpool 2099. She popped up in the Deadpool and Wolverine movie. Yay! Yay! Another first appearance that just shot up in value in my collection. Yay!
I'm actually surprised he didn't make a joke, like one throwaway line about that. His
Mhm.
Deadpool's daughter. He fought and killed his daughter. Right, let us know he did it too. That's all it's for.
That would be funny. Yep. But alrighty then. I guess with that, whew, we could. Any other thoughts on this before we move on?
No.
I gotcha. Jeez, and next topic is another Jake topic,
To
actually.
be fair, I'm in verse with this one too. I know a little bit more about this
Okay. Okay. Let me bring it up. Pull up sec. All right, Austin, introduce it.
Sonic and My Hero Academy crossover announced. So last week they announced the Naruto TMNT. So we knew more crossovers were going to happen,
Hmm.
but it felt like okay, I talked to Jake about this uh, earlier too. It kind of felt like they just threw someone. It felt like they was like, who can we pair with My Hero? And they looked at who they had left and just give them Sonic. Because Sonic and Heroes and stuff doesn't. Sonic's not a superhero. Sonic a guy who does whatever you want, and then he come across a bad guy. He's like, I guess I'll take care of it. That's kind of fun for that.
He's a good Samaritan.
Yeah.
There you go.
The,
Hmm.
the only thing I like about this is that in My Hero, I don't know if you know, My Hero Academy is ending next week, like the last issue.
Oh wow. Okay.
But but there's a background plot in the show about mutant type heroes. So it's the people that look like furries, like have mutations that make them look like animals and stuff like that. And it was like
Hmm.
a racism plot line that wasn't really focused on.
Uh huh.
With Sonic and them, I guess you can finally flesh out that plot line because Sonic would be seen as like the best of them. Not only
Oh
does he
wow.
look like a mutant hero, but he's the fastest thing on the planet. Like that'd be a big deal for the
Hmm.
inside this universe. But
Gotcha. Take advantage of this crossover after all.
yeah, if they explored that plot line with this, I think it would be a great opportunity. But it looks like they're just going to pair off some characters. Like apparently Bakugo is going to have some interactions with Knuckles. Shadow's going to
Hmm.
have interaction with Dark Shadow. Toki Tokiyama, I believe his name is. Amy and Chaco and just stuff like that. And I was like, that's a missed opportunity. But I guess you don't have a lot here to deal with compared to like TMNT and Naruto. When you at least they got the
Right.
ninja stuff to bond over.
Right.
But
Man.
to be fair, I didn't see what else. I don't know what else IDW even had for them to, like throw like throw into these
Mhm.
crossovers that was popular. The TMNT and Sonic, their most popular thing.
Yep, exactly.
They lost
And
Transformers. That would have been cool to have like a crossover with some with like a mecha anime that they were putting out. That's about it.
Transformers with Astro Boy. There you go.
Yeah.
Man, it's amazing that we're getting so many of these Western and Eastern crossovers. I don't know if you remember, Attack on Titan was supposed to
Yeah,
be
Marvel.
a crossover with Marvel. They even had a free comic book day issue of that.
Oh, there's no Spider-Man swinging out like Spider-Man. Don't do this. You're gonna die. Don't do this.
Yeah. Captain America slicing a Titan's neck too. Like, yeah, that happened. That happened, audience.
But
But yeah, what else?
uh,
Let's have fun
go
with
ahead.
this. What else would you see? What crossover would you want to see happen? East meets West in this format.
If I East meets West, no. Oh yeah. So me and Jake was talking about this. The person they should have paired Sonic with was Dragon Ball Z. Easily.
Ooh.
Seven
Oh.
Dragon Balls, seven Emeralds. Sonic has a Super Saiyan form. You have Trunks
Oh.
and Silver, Shadows, Vegeta. Like you have so stuff you can do.
Oh, I know Death Bat will probably be sweating like, oh shit, this is good. They're actually gonna have a canon fight in in the
This,
comics.
this would have changed a lot of stuff. That should have
Yeah.
been the thing they did. But instead, they did that.
hmm In all fairness,
But
like
other than
Dragon
that,
Ball, like yeah,
no, go ahead. Finish your
I
thing.
was about, I was about to say Dragon Ball might be way too high profile to be crossing over of anything, you know. So,
Other than that, I would kind of wish they did Deadpool in My Hero or something like that.
which is what they ended up doing a bit. Yeah. Someone
Yeah.
from my hero audience came into the Deadpool manga, you know.
hmm That's yeah. So I want the reverse of that would have been interesting. The person didn't know the closest character you have to Deadpool in that universe is called Twice,
Yeah.
but his power is that he can make clones of himself.
Oh, okay.
Like it would have been interesting to see Deadpool wrapped to a different hero universe.
Hey,
Apparently one where the powers aren't as broken as ours. Like he would have been Deadpool would have been like a top tier guy. He can't traditionally die.
you see, when you say like he makes copies of himself, all I'm thinking of is the body count that's going to be left by Deadpool. Like, you
Yeah,
know,
like I said, you could have did a lot with Deadpool
mm-hmm.
finding the villains of that show.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, I don't East and West. I, I can't really think of anything else. I guess finally doing like the Power Rangers and Spider Man, like the full
Oh.
Japanese Spider Man with Power Rangers. I'd like to do that. I guess.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you just want to see Spider-Man have his own Megazord in canon, don't you?
Yes, I would have. And then I want them to fuse all three together. So the Dragon Zord, the Megazord, and the Spider Man Zord all fused into one Super Zord that fight something. That's what I want.
There you go. There you go. But
But that's all I had to say
yeah,
on this topic.
that's pretty much it. Alright then. I guess with that we can move on to the next topic of the night, audience. Hold on a sec. And I'm getting
I
this
guess I can
one.
do this too. Oh, okay,
Don't
go
oh
ahead.
no, you go ahead if you want to. Go ahead.
West Coast Avengers Return. So they told us this. I actually read the Iron Man book that they told us this in, but I didn't want to
hmm
review it because I didn't really like
Which
it.
is
But
funny because the writer of Iron Man is gonna go on to do this book. Yeah, it's
no,
Gerry
no,
Duggan audience. Like
no. To be
so.
fair, no, I think he wrote that book well, but I just didn't like that issue. The issue was
Okay.
hyping up Tony versus Rhodey, but it
Okay.
was such like a non-issue in the book that it didn't really matter.
Yeah.
But he Rhodey pretty much told him that he wanted to go do the Iron Man was going to go make the West Coast Avengers, and they wanted to be a part of that. The big reveal
Mhm.
about this is that Ultron's here, and the problem with that is Pym is not a part of Ultron anymore. Pym is the
Yeah.
old man as of what Avengers Inc. I
Ink.
believe.
Yeah.
So there should be
Audience.
no good in Ultron to do this
Yeah.
to join this team.
Yeah. Audience. Keep in mind, Hank Pym right now looks like Michael Douglas. Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll give
they don't ruin them. They ruined them full on.
but yeah, apparently, yeah, the premise of this book is like this West Coast Avengers team is going to look to try to rehabilitate villains, and the first one they're going to do is Ultron. I don't know if they're going to try writing something about like, okay, maybe some of Hank's conscious or goodwill remained in Ultron, or something like that. Uh, I mean, they shared a body for a good number of
Look,
years. They're bound to
look
leave
at this
some
photo. This
impression.
guy's clearly evil. Look at this photo. This is terrifying.
Look, this is the image you'll put in playgrounds, audience. You know.
I mean, bro, if my house is on fire and this shows up to save me, I'm just gonna die.
Oh man, they're biting for they're aiming for the whale with this premise, audience.
Like I get the idea,
hmm
and like villains turning good if like one book is not new. We had it a lot,
hmm
but
Yep.
Ultron is the least one to do it with. Especially because you're not. He's a robot. You can hack him and make him good if you're good enough at it, I guess. But that's not what they're doing. They want to change his mind, which
Hey,
should be impossible.
remember, Vision even stated if robot kind had their own version of Satan, it will be Ultron. Oof.
Ultron went to
Oof.
space and imprisoned a world of half robot human people, like alien people, the Sarlacc or something. Made them
Yeah.
slaves, bro.
God. Sorry, dude. I don't know how you're going to write your way around this. Seriously, you know.
And looking at the team, there's nothing West Coast about it. This is just the Avengers.
I don't see any Tigra. I don't see Wonder Man.
Exactly.
I don't see Hawkeye. I don't even see U.S. agents. Like,
You could at least
well,
put Tiger here. This is the only book she be in. She's in this and Moon Knight,
yep. Well, I mean, Iron Man is wearing his silver Centurion armor.
which
That's
is
as close.
lame.
Yeah. That's as close to a line to West Coast as you could get in this run, apparently. Who's the woman in the right corner? The one with the red hair and the yellow outfit.
That's Janet.
Oh, okay.
You remember
Okay.
they like to make her in covers. Her hair always be like orange and red for some reason in like covers. They did the same thing at Avengers Inc. It's like just
Yeah,
being light brown.
she's she's into the whole fashion thing and all that stuff. So, all right. I mean, good for her, I guess. Going on Austin's point, this book kind of needs to feel like a West Coast Avengers team, and it doesn't feel like it. So, I guess we'll see. I'll give the first issue a try, see where this goes.
I'm more
Um,
weirded out that Spider Woman's here because what's she like looking for a dead son or something?
Apparently in her book, I don't know the details of this, but her son actually had the John Kent experience where he aged up and is now a villain.
You know what? That's better. I'm
Yeah.
fine with that. I'm
Yeah.
fine with it. I'm not gonna fight it. We'll let it slide.
Well, here's what it is, audience.
The only
I-
thing I didn't like about this premise is that I wish this was a Thunderbolts book.
uh,
The idea of rehabilitating villains, it was a Thunderbolts job in a way. So,
we never saw Ultron and the Thunderbolts after all,
yeah. So not only was the last Thunderbolts book not Thunderbolts at all, now you're giving their premise to another person.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, Ultron. I'll be honest, audience. I'm not the biggest fan of Ultron. Frankly, to me, the most interesting he's ever been was when he actually fused with Hank. There's
Yes,
always there's always that ongoing question behind your head, like, is this Hank? Is this Ultron? Like, he's sounding like Hank,
he
but
gave me
yet
my
that's
favorite issue of Secret Empire. He had that cookout.
Yeah, he was wearing the apron saying "Kiss the Overlord."
Yeah,
He was calling all the Avengers out on their shit. Like, you guys don't look at yourselves. You guys don't look like anything that you once were. Tony, you're a hologram. Thor, you can't even lift the hammer. Cap, you're hailing Hydra.
yeah.
And then
He was
however,
basically the audience, and then they threw it in his face for no reason.
yep. And Austin, what was their response to Hank?
We don't like you because you hit Janet.
He's like, you motherfucker beepers, like, always with that.
Yeah, it was like that's the biggest problem with hate film. I'm not gonna go on my hate film round. We done did it before. We're not gonna do it.
Yeah, well, we might as well to fill up time, man. Like, it's just us
Oh
two.
yeah,
So
well,
yeah.
Hank
Mhm.
Pym biggest issue is that he had mental problems, and the Hank and Pym particle was messing with his mind. So while he was out of his mind, he hit Janet, and like no one in comics will ever let him forget that, despite
Yeah.
him losing his mind and it being an accident. But when other
Yep.
heroes have done work to their girlfriends, Peter Parker did the
Oh,
same thing to Mary Jane, who has no power. So people do not care.
hmm Keep in
But
mind
writers love to throw this over Hank Pym, no matter what he does. Anytime he does anything good, they throw in his
the
face.
the only two things they liked tormenting Hank with was him hitting Janet and him creating Ultron. His two biggest failures in life, man. Or his two um tainted moments in his life, So, man, it's just
Yeah, it's
sad.
like man, it's really sad.
Yeah, and I don't even think
They,
Janet liked the idea that this is all I'm being remembered as, you know.
they never let her talk about it. They never let her put her story out there for it. I
Mm-hmm.
think no. I
Yep.
think Dan Slott's Iron Man tried to tackle it, but I don't remember that book.
Ah, okay.
Because he's the
All
one
I
who had
remember,
Iron Man and Janet get together, and then Ultron became the villain in that book. Well, Pimtron.
yes, I remember. Like, no, Janet has worked things out with Hank. Like, I recall, like when Hank, Pimtron came back to Earth, right? And
Yeah.
he was like saying, "Hey, I'm good" and all that stuff. Janet was horrified. Like, she was literally telling Tony, "This is not what Hank would have wanted. For God's sakes, he put on his will. If worse comes to worse, I do not want to be hooked onto a machine." Emphasis
To
on
be
like I don't
fair,
want to be, I don't want to be on life support or something like that. Now look
I,
at him. Look at
I was
him.
proud. I was proud they did that because she brought that up when he fused with Ultron the first time too. It was like that was the last thing he would have wanted.
Yes. But man.
But yeah, I remember her making her peace with Ultron, but I mean with
Mhm.
Pimtron. But there's never been a moment where she nutted on people for always bringing it up. Where it's like,
Mhm.
why every time I talk to y'all bring up the fact that he hit me? I am a superhero. People hit me all the time. Let it go.
Exactly. I mean, it's not like I caused a civil war in this country,
Yeah.
right? Right, Iron Man? It's not
You
like
know, like I built a robot of my
Yep.
friend and murdered another friend of mine.
Yep. It's not like I hailed a Nazi group, right, Captain America? You know?
It's not like I'm not even a real Captain America, right, Steve?
Exactly, exactly. But yeah, it's what it is. I think I'll just give this a first issue try, see where it goes.
Yeah.
So
I'm open to it. It's wild enough that it caught my interest. I guess I'll put it like that.
gotcha, gotcha. But alrighty then. I guess with that, we can move on to the next topic. Unless you have
I
anything else
got
to
it.
say, Austin. Hold on a sec.
No,
Okay.
I got it. So Mega Man Comics returning. So Uda Entertainment bought the rights to do comics from every Mega Man up to Battle Network. So Mega Man X, Mega Man Zero, Mega Man ZX, and Mega Man Legends.
Mm-hmm.
This is gonna be the first time Mega Man comics have returned since like 2005, I believe, was the last set.
All
And
right,
funny
right.
enough, the guy who wrote that is named Ian Flynn, and now he's writing the IDW Sonic comic.
Wow. Amazing what can happen in the past couple of years, audience.
So that's all we know about it. But we know they can't do Battle Network or the other one, which name is escaping right now, because apparently those rights to the like three different people share those rights to those games.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited for Mega Man comics, but Mega Man is a very I don't want to say stale medium. Mega Man
Right.
by itself is a very simple premise that has been done multiple times that I don't know what you'll do to make it interesting for like
I know,
new
right?
audience if you aren't already on board.
Mm-hmm.
Because Mega Man is just a nice robot who fight the evil robot masters who aren't really evil, just maybe
Mm-hmm.
like
He's a
like Mr. Wily, and then they become good guys. Like that's just the story of Mega Man.
he, he's a fun game, audience. What more do you need to
Yeah,
emphasize? He has a cannon in his arm.
yeah. But
Mm-hmm.
it feels like one of the films that if you're not on board from jump, you're probably not going to jump on board. But I'm just glad they have the ability to be like, oh well, we did Mega Man for this certain amount. People get tired of Mega Man. We can go on to X and just continue the story from like that story, that part of the story. Because they have the
Mm-hmm.
comics all the way up to that point, and everything's connected in Mega Man up to that point.
Right,
So they have
right.
a chance to have a unique take on this universe. Because no other Mega Man comic has made it from one book to another.
Mm-hmm.
Because either you start at X or you start at Mega Man, but you have never made it from Mega Man to the natural turn of him turning them making X. Like so, I hope we
Wow.
get to that, and that's about it.
Yeah. Whew. Damn, of all the days for Jake not to be here.
Yeah, I know he has some stuff going on in his house, but
Mm-hmm.
I think he's good.
Okay. All right. Well, wish I had more time insight into this, Austin. Just not
Well, to be fair, that's
not
all we
knowing
know
the
is that
game.
they have the rights. There's nothing else to talk about. We won't know anything about the
Right.
book, what's going on, the writer.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. But alright then. I guess with that, we should probably move on to the next topic. Do. All right. Hold on a sec.
Get yours.
Yep. I see. I'm just bringing up the picture.
This is all you, buddy.
Oh boy. Okay. All new Spider Girl. The debuts in the pages of Spider Boy. Okay, audience. Okay, audience. I'll admit it is getting kind of hard to defend Dan Slott at times. All right. But I just like the idea that Spider Boy is just so big, apparently, that he's already having spin-offs or spoofs or is inspiring a whole generation of superheroes, and he isn't even a year old. Like, and yeah, this isn't Mayday Parker, by the way, audience. Just bringing that out there.
It's not even anime Parker. So if you're a New York Val fan, sorry.
Yeah, sorry about that, audience. All we know is that she is going to have a mysterious background.
Just like our main character does now.
You see, that's why I just find this whole situation funny. Spider Boy, you're immediately like up to the success where people are ripping you off now. That dude, you're not even a year old.
Your own creator is ripping you off. Congratulations, you made it.
Yeah. Yeah, apparently, like, all those champions characters, the ones where, like, everybody had a forgotten sidekick or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been hearing rumors that apparently we're going to get, like, a new Warriors book with them.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
A lot, like I said, a lot of them were pretty interesting. The only one I didn't like was Thor, if I remember correctly.
Right. I mean, they are popping up in Spider-Woman's book.
Oh, really? I might have to pick that up.
Yeah, they have been popping up there.
I did not know that.
Yeah, I don't know what the storyline behind that is, but hey, they already made their debut. Well, at least some of them did. So, all right.
Did the roller skating Ghost Rider make it? That's what I want. That's my goal. That's what I need in my life.
Nah, they're waiting. Nah, they announced that her debut was going to be in that Robbie Reyes book that's coming out in October or something like that. Yeah.
I would love it, bro. I'm gonna be there from day one. I will cover any books he come in. I will cover it.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely gonna be an issue we both are gonna have to read. It's definitely gonna be interesting to go back to Robbie Reyes, given my history of the character.
Giving the complete, absolute fuck over he had from everything anyone liked about Robbie has been changed. Backstory, powers, reason he wants to do the job.
Yep. All because some writer didn't want to have to do his homework, audience,
All because some writer stayed on Avengers way too long.
Yep. But hey, they're bringing Felipe Smith back. I don't know what he could do at this. The creator of Robbie Reyes.
No, I didn't say who. I said who. I know what that is.
Yeah, I don't know what he can do to save Robbie, but the damage is done.
Yeah, you don't have to have him lose this spirit and get his uncle back or something. That's the only way this is gonna work.
Yeah. I mean, dude, you may be the creator of Robbie Reyes, but it's Jason Aaron who literally wrote the status quo of Robbie. He's like literally the longest running writer of Robbie that's ever happened. So,
yeah, just by byproduct, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy and sad. But I'm just glad. I'm just kind of funny that we're talking about Robbie Reyes when we're not even talking about the main topic, which is Spider Girl. Like, is it going to be revealed to be Spider Boy's friend Christine or something like that? The one who fused with a pigeon.
Yeah, for her from an alternate verse or something. I don't know, maybe. I just don't know what that slap was. I don't know. What's his goal here? Does he just want to make his own little Spider-Verse team? Like in general? He's trying to replace everybody. Like, so Spider-Boy, he's going to replace Peter. this girl will replace Miles, and then I'm gonna have like another person replace someone else, and this is gonna be the new Spider Verse in the future one day. You're gonna see. Like I don't know what he wants to do with these characters or where he thinks these characters can go. Like
I know, right? I mean, I like what Jake had to bring up. Like, there are routes you could take Spider Boy's character, but it's when you bring Bailey to the Spider-Man verse, that's when it really hurts the character mostly, you know.
yeah,
So, mhm. Don't know what creative powers she can have. I mean, come on, how much more? What hasn't been done to Spider powers at this point, audience? You know.
they literally made Miles a Super Saiyan. Like
They
look,
gave him
like
a sword and everything.
I was fine with them boosting his strength and his powers. You know, I mean, I was fine with them giving him a sword. I didn't like it, but I was fine with it. But people don't realize Miles was already pretty much overpowered.
Mm-hmm.
He was the person who knocked out a Grendel with one hit with his lightning. He was knocking out like well-known durable heroes with just one tap of Venom touch.
Yep.
And then y'all made his powers way worse. Like being Spider-Man is not just fighting bad guys; it's patrolling the city, doing street level stuff. And
Mm-hmm.
so people already don't like what like Peter did Avenger level stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
he's supposed to just patrol the street. They got Miles who's supposed to be patrolling the streets, but he's basically strong as Superman. Like kill all these
Oh,
cases.
man.
So it's like
Oh, man.
I get it, but there's enough of these heroes in New York. You need to leave if you're gonna do that here, okay?
Yep.
But I don't know what you'll do. The three powers they love giving people is what finger webbing, electricity, or pheromone.
They're not doing the pheromone, man. I can tell you that. They learned their lesson. What happened with Silk? You know.
No. I bet like Spider Woman's pheromones, where she can lead you to be like
Oh,
more subjective to speech and like listening to her and stuff.
I don't think Danson wants to do that. Since this girl will probably be around Bailey's age, so she's a minor, and I don't know how you feel.
I ain't say do it creepily. I'm just saying
Yeah.
it made them more suggestive to
Mm-hmm.
speech and all that stuff. But other than
Yep.
that, what I don't think there's any other spider power that's widely used that she can get.
I mean, the only interesting thing was Bailey being able to talk to spiders. I don't think. Wait, does any other spider person does that?
Nope.
There,
Well,
there. That one thing that the no Spider-Man writer has ever been able to claim to do. You know?
to be fair, even the way his spider sense works is different too.
Yeah.
The closest you got to that is Anime Parker, but she literally sees the future with her spider sense.
Hmm. That's true.
I
That's
guess
true.
that makes Bailey the most unique spider person who isn't Peter.
Pretty much, pretty much. Hey, look at it this way, audience. Bailey's powers were key to turning the whole world into autos. Yeah, that
But
happened.
was it worth it though? That's the real question.
It'll come up in the next Spider Verse event. You know damn well he's gonna take center stage in that. You know.
Yeah,
So all right then. I guess with that we can move on to the next topic. Hold on a sec. You'll open this one up, Austin.
yeah.
Did you
You saw my
go
comment
ahead?
in the
Yeah,
Discord.
I saw that.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll definitely have enough time to talk about that.
Ben 10 comments returning. I don't know how I feel, bro. Cause Ben 10 looked iffy in that picture you got up there.
He
And
looks a lot. He
comics,
looks a little younger.
yeah, he doesn't look 10. He looks younger than 10.
Yeah.
But comics are always iffy when you do like shows, especially shows that's not been in like circulation in a long time. We haven't had
Hmm.
classic Ben 10 since like 2010, I think.
Wow.
And
I can
anytime they
believe.
brought his character back in the future, he's never really felt like that Ben.
Right. It's almost like you're changing. It's almost like he's being written by a different writer. You know.
Exactly. What
Hmm.
people like about classic Ben is really hard to nail down. So I don't know how comfortable I am to be like, oh, some random writer's going to do it. To be fair, I guess this worked out for Danny Phantom, but Ben 10's a whole different beast with that. where you have to do all his aliens, read up on their history in case you end up trying to, do something with them, so you don't contradict anything.
Mm-hmm.
Worry about his villains. Like, I need to find out who's gonna fight in this. It's like,
Wait,
if he's back a child,
what's the
what?
premise of this?
From my understanding, it was just this announcement, but I'll look more deep into it.
Right.
What I really want from this is, I kind of just want him to fight Vilgax again.
Mm-hmm.
Like, classic Vilgax was like legit scary. As a child, he showed up, tackled Ben into a building, and for some random reason, the building exploded. And I still don't know how that happened. It exploded like a nuke went off.
Vilgax
And I
was
was
a
like, was that his superpower? What the fuck? I was confused at the time.
Yeah, Vilgax was a Doomsday of Ben 10 audience, you know?
Yeah, he was Doomsday, but he was smart as shit. And it was like, bro,
And
what is it? What is Vilgax and Ghost Freak? My top two villains for like classic Ben.
and he went on to be a god to a whole cult of people, apparently.
Yeah,
Yeah, that happened, audience.
Vilgax was one of the people who kept coming back, and he just felt every time he came back, he felt more and more watered down because Ben kept getting stronger, but they wouldn't let him get stronger.
Yeah, a bit of ironic, you know?
Okay, so I found the article. Ben 10 is back in its comic form, apart as the new Dynamite Entertainment. So Dynamite Entertainment are the people right now doing Gargoyles and Thundercats.
Right?
Yeah, I guess they with CW nostalgia. They're just bringing everything back they can. The new series taps into nostalgia of the original show, featuring fan favorite aliens and the Omnitrix. So the original 10 plus Cannon Bolt, I guess.
Okay.
Apparently, fans can expect a exciting adaptation with new elements and settings. So they're doing their own thing based. It seems like they're doing their own thing based after the end of the classic series cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
But let me see. It looks like Joe Kelly's writing this.
Who?
Who's writing this?
No, he's
No, it's not Joe Kelly. They
writing
say he found it. The other thing. It threw me
Okay.
off for a minute the way they worded it.
Yeah, he's writing the topic of the book of the next topic we're about to talk about.
But apparently, people are excited. Vincent is one of those was already a superhero stuff, so it going to comic books works. It just you have to do his personality right, or people are gonna be mad.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we won't know anything of the premise or the villain.
Right.
So that's kind of disappointing.
No.
I just hope Gwen has her powers like full on.
No. You want her to take the center stage of Ben's own book?
No, I don't mean the magic powers. I mean like the Lucky Girl thing. I like.
Oh, okay.
I like Lucky Girl a lot more than the alien. No, so her having magic I thought was okay, but then they changed it to be her being a part alien, and then they changed it to alien magic. And it was just too much going on. When it was just regular magic, it was okay.
Yeah. Her own thing. Apparently,
Oh yeah, I guess we see classic Kevin again. Oh, classic Kevin! I would love to see that. Classic Kevin was fun, bro.
Oh yeah, the amalgamation of all of Ben's aliens into one. Hell yeah.
Yeah, and that's it here. I'll definitely give it a read. I'll even review it when it comes out. If that's it here.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. But already, any thoughts on this before we move on to the next one, Austin?
Ben 10 works as a comic book, but like I said, you gotta get a character right. People are going to be mad.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. Alrighty then. I guess with that, we can move on to the next topic. And hold on a sec. Austin, you announced this one.
The final topic of the night is the 8 Deaths of Spider-Man. Because I was very excited to find out what it was. I missed this when we reviewed Timeless a few months ago.
Mm-hmm.
So I saw that we read Timeless. That was the issue where there was like old man Luke Cage was fighting evil Nanny Rand being possessed by something. He had to kill him.
Yeah.
But yeah, the premise is just throwing me off. Man, Timeless was so weird. The issue, and that thing still has not come back. We don't know what that was about. But Doom
Future
will
time.
become
Future
Sorcerer
time.
Supreme.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, Doom became Sorcerer Supreme. I need to go back and read Doctor Strange to find out how. But for some reason, he just put on Doctor Strange's cloak. And I was like, what the fuck? This is weird, bro. I get it's like symbolic, but it looks off. It told you off. But so that's leading to another event that we kind of didn't talk about called One World Under Doom, where him as Sorcerer Supreme, I guess, is going to try to take over the world. That's all we know about it.
That's the next event? Oh man, I didn't get time to read that one.
Well, it's they only just announced it. They didn't give you any details, so I don't think it's anytime soon. It's probably like toward the end of the year. But
Gotcha.
and this is a part of that apparently. So that means this book comes out if I remember what end of September, October. Because that's when that the previous run, the Joe Kelly, well not Joe, Jeb Wells run in. I think of Joe Kelly, bro. Jeb Wells run in like September or October, and then this run started. But the whole point of this is Doctor Doom is sending him on a mission,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like so he gives him 8 extra lives. So I guess Doctor Doom expects him to die, or Peter's going to die. But apparently these
Mm-hmm.
deaths are supposed to be very impactful on Peter. I don't think this is a bad premise. It just feels weird and thrown out of nowhere since we're not here yet. Like, like I like well, anything is better than what Zed Wells did. I'll take literal dog crap from Deadpool and smear it on my wall.
Audience, when Austin first heard that like the 8 deaths of Spider-Man was happening after Zeb Wells' run was coming to an end, he took that as a mercy killing.
Yeah,
You know, of everything
whatever
Spider-Man's went through.
whatever Doom's gonna put him through cannot be worse than the idea that everyone has now that Spider-Man is just cuckable. All right,
Spider-Man's
like
supposed to be
casually.
miserable. He's supposed to be miserable. He's supposed to be a loser. He's not supposed to have any good thing to happen in his life, you know? Like,
Did
damn.
Did you look at the article when this first came in? I mean, did you see the suit that he's gonna wear?
Wasn't that supposed to be Miles' suit?
Da 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 da. From my understanding, this is a suit that Doom puts him in as he does these missions. So it's a magical suit to protect him from certain different stuff and lets him to go to whatever he needs to go to.
Oh, okay. Man, honestly, man, when I first saw that suit, I was like thinking Spawn vibes.
That's
I
what
love
I said. That's what I said.
the
I told Jake
eyes,
this
the
earlier
red
today.
cape. Like,
It felt like
yeah.
Spider-Man saw Spawn and tried to make a suit, and then Doom said, "Nah, I got you."
They're glad I'm not the only one with all that too, you know?
It's funny because I don't think it's a bad suit. Because you clearly see like the Doctor Doom handprints and stuff. Apparently, it's
Mm-hmm.
angle. He got angular Doom eyes, Kirby style Doom hands. So from Jack Kirby's original art style, it's not
Yeah.
bad. I would love to play this in Spider-Man 2, but I'm actually excited for this. We know they're doing a Doom event because they had to hype up. If people don't remember, Kevin Feige is in a high seat when it comes to the comic books era right now. He's
Yep.
not CEO, but I think he's like right under the CEO. They're gonna do stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
they already knew about Doom RDJ situation. So they're trying to get people back hyping up Doom and get him back into that big seat that everybody other than the current writer of Fantasy Four kind of put him in. Because
Yep.
that slot kind of fucked Doom over his like a lot.
You know,
He
it's
had
funny.
Doom. He had Sue make Doom's armor naked, like invisible. So he was just butt naked on TV. You remember that?
Yeah, I remember you complaining about that, definitely. You know?
I was like, this is your daughter looking to do this as Godfather. You just showed her his dick. Congratulations, you're a weirdo.
God, yeah.
But I like the
Yeah.
idea of it. I just need to know more about the missions. I trust Joe Kelly a lot more than Sam Wells. I'll give anything a try after what we just saw. This could have been the who that female writer Kelly Thompson, and I was like, you know what? I'll let her see it.
Oh,
I'll see the video.
I don't know if I could trust Colin Kelly or Jackson Lansing to do this. To be honest, man.
You know
But
what?
I'm pretty sure they're not going to do something like, I don't know, Redcon the spider symbol to say that was about oppression or racist background or anything, right? Right? They wouldn't do that. You
At
know?
worst, I think they'll just continue to ruin MJ's character. But now we got Ultimate Spider-Man. I do not care. I do not care. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie.
Yeah, like I know a lot. I know MJ's been getting a lot of flack in these past couple of months, and yeah, I know a lot of people have been making whole video essays on how MJ's been ruined as a character, and it's kind of hard not to see it in a negative light. MJ.
I
Just
agree that this because it's a terrible situation either way. She got left
mm,
behind for 5 years and she moved on. But for
uh,
Peter, it was only 10 seconds, so you kind of ruined both their lives, like at the
yeah,
same time. They're like this
yeah,
relationship was not going to work, but they
and
made it
you're
work when they brought her back with Paul and the kids.
Yeah, and giving her powers and whatnot. I mean,
Yeah,
the one interesting thing about her powers that you could have made work, hey, I get a random power every time I use my, every time I flip the symbols on my wrist, right? Okay, well, guess what? Paul invented a device that will no longer make it random, apparently. I'm like,
yep.
wow, wow, you just
And then you had
so,
her
so
and Black Cat acting like Peter was like the worst relationship situation they ever had, and when they were with him, they were never happy.
Yep. Like Marvel couldn't even let Peter settle with Black Cat. Damn, damn.
Yeah, that this run has been hard to get
Yeah. And
for people.
then and
You're
then
an
and
MJ
then
fan, is they ruined that. The only
yeah.
good thing about this run is Green Goblin. I love the Gold Goblin arc. I don't care what no one says. I'll defend this arc until I die. The Gold Goblin stuff was some brilliant writing. The only thing that could have made it
Yeah.
better is that when Green Goblin came back and it was Harry, and you had Gold Goblin versus Green Goblin. That was the only thing that could have made this arc better.
They have that in the back burner, man. That gold armor ain't leaving. It's gonna be in a toy chest going forward.
I think if Harry comes back, since he died a hero, they might let him get it and be the Gold Goblin. The more
Uh-huh.
heroic Goblin like that, the Green Goblin. But it's like I want the reverse. I really did. I wanted Norm to face his son, the evil thing he created, the most evil thing he created.
Oh, that writes itself.
Yeah, but enough about him. 8 deaths, 8 mercy killings. I'll be there for each one. And then at the end of the book, at the final issue, I'll tell you which death was my favorite.
Just put Paul in a Spider-Man mask for 5 seconds and have that be counted as one of the deaths.
Let Paul read Peter's mind for 10 minutes. You let him experience everything Peter went through. He'll kill himself. He'll be gone.
Yeah. Oh, that's gonna
I
be
did
big.
this to you. I'm so sorry. I can't
Austin,
believe this.
Austin, that's gonna be a big event when Paul finally kicks the bucket, right?
I'm throwing a party.
Yeah, everybody is. Man. Like,
It's gonna be like the Super Bowl. I'm telling you, I'm gonna invite people over. We're gonna watch Spider-Man movie. We're gonna read the comic together. I'm gonna order wings. It's gonna be a whole big event.
oh my God, to celebrate this one guy. Well, it's what Zebels wanted. He knew nobody was gonna like this character, and he just built off of that. So
That's why
he
I
ain't such
feel.
a
Go
Yep.
ahead.
No,
Go
go
ahead.
ahead.
That's why I feel
That's,
bad about like. That's why I feel bad about like blaming Zetwell. It's
mhm.
clearly like it clearly feels like Marvel forced some stuff on him with his Spider-Man run. Because if you listen to him talk, it don't feel like he went his way to do this some of this stuff.
No,
But I feel like oh,
he
we need someone to write Spider-Man and take the heat for this situation. And then his ideas that he was already making weren't that good. And then he added
he
on to the worst situation Marvel was putting on him.
Yeah, the only thing I could think about that's like that was really 120% forced upon him was the death of Miss Marvel. Everyone
Yeah,
else, every other choice is a flip of a coin, you know? Was that his intention or not? Or was
yeah.
that the editor's thing on him?
It feels weird to know he made Paul completely to screw over MJ and Peter, but when he could have just had Peter and MJ break up, you know what I mean? And
Yeah,
both
yeah.
characters be okay. But he actually felt
Mhm.
like the worst way to do it. That's why it feels like they told him you need to break the two up. He said, "Okay, I got you. I'm gonna make Paul."
Oh man. Did you ever read that first issue of a Jackpot?
I did.
Like I think it was like there was like an editor's note at the last page saying like this is a bold new direction for Mary Jane, her being a superhero. We and out of Spider-Man's shadow, we get to see her journey, this and that. But if you want to see Mary Jane, there's Ultimate Spider-Man over there in Jonathan Hickman's run, so you can go read that as well.
And
Yeah,
you know something, editor? If I wanted to see Mary Jane Powers, I can also get her married when I renew your vows over.
oh, that is true. That is true.
But
But yeah,
Spider Man is a tough subject for Marvel. Look, I was telling Jake this earlier. It's weird to think that Spider Man is somehow still a top 10, like top three superhero in general, and Marvel's top hero, with how much they actively try to ruin his story.
it it's just amazing. Like at Spider-Man's worst, it still sells, and that tells the editorial staff that like, yeah, we could literally do whatever we want to Spider-Man, and it'll still sell. You know?
Yeah, man, it's sad, man. It's kind of like the situation with Batman, but
Hmm.
DC at very least, oh, they don't like Tom King on his run. We're going to end the run. Like Marvel's
There
like, oh,
was.
they hate Spider Man. We're going to give you another year.
Mhm. Tom King literally wrote an issue of Batman where there was no words. It was just Batman chasing Joker from some bank heist or whatever, not saying nobody saying a single word. Yeah, keep that in mind, audience. You know, Tom King thought he was on the top. I could write anything, even if it means I write nothing, and it'll sell.
The last thing I would say is, you know what? I'm open to this. Doom's my favorite villain. I'm open for Spider Man to do anything not Zep Welt. But Zep Welt, you have made me fully apologize and appreciate Dan Slott. Because say what you want about Dan Slott, I hated a lot of his writing. He tried to do interesting things. Like
Hmm.
everything he did, good or bad, felt like some extension of Spider Man. Parker Industries, all that stuff like that felt like stuff Peter could have done or would have done eventually. Whether it turned
Yep.
out good or bad or how he got there. Big time, like all that stuff. There's nothing here other than Gold Goblin that felt like a natural extension of what we got from the last two runs before this.
Right.
Either characters changed, their motivation changed, or just stuff was just retcon. That was the only thing that felt like, oh, this could happen based on what we do about Spider-Man, what we just went through with Spider-Man. So I apologize, Dan Slott. I'm not going to slander Spider-Boy anymore. I give you my word, I'm not going to do it. Even if I just have to be quiet the whole review, I'm not going to do it. Dan
You
Slott has my
know,
respect now.
I just gotta say, if it turns out Spider Boy's the one who pushes Paul off the bridge, I better not hear one word about anybody hating Spider Boy from then on out. You know?
If
Damn.
if Spider Boy's the one who ends the Paul situation, not only will I go back and buy every book of Spider Boy that's out, I'll buy a shirt and then I'll make another shirt that said Dan Slott was right.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Yeah, man, that's all I gotta
But
say, man.
yeah, yeah. I mean, hey, we made it to the 2 hour mark. Close to it at least. Like,
Yeah,
dang. Yeah, audience.
We
Well,
somehow ended up down 2 whole co-stars,
I
but we
know.
made it.
Audience, this has never happened before, like especially on like the biggest news week of probably the year, you know? So
Usually it's me not here. It's weird that
yeah,
everyone else is gone, but I'm here.
yeah,
That was throws
yeah.
it off.
I mean, normally there's at least 3 people here, but hey, life happens, you know, audience. And I guess
Yeah,
who doesn't need to get some sleep? So
yeah.
all right. All
But
right
it's,
then.
give us a
Yeah.
wish tomorrow, and hopefully
Yeah.
whatever going on with Jake is fixed too. If
Yeah.
y'all missed him,
We missed him.
I get we
But
had a
yeah.
whole Sonic top and he wasn't here. That's crazy.
He added topics for tonight that he wanted to talk about, but he wasn't here. Like, you know. But we did the best. It's
Yeah,
live, people. Sometimes it's hard, all right. So,
yeah.
all right.
Everyone here is adults. Life gets in the way sometimes.
Yep. Gotcha. But anyway, I guess we'll see you all later, audience. Bye.
Bye. No